More chance, shorty rock, give me one more chance. Shorty, give me one more chance, shorty rock, give me one more chance.
Like that.
Shorty, give me one more chance, shorty rock, give me one more chance.
It's your boy Shorty Rock.
Shorty, give me one more chance, shorty rock, give me one more chance. Shorty, give me one more chance, shorty rock, give me one more chance. Shorty, give me one more chance, shorty rock, give me one more chance. Shorty, give me one more chance, shorty rock, give me one more chance.
Like that.
Shorty, give me one more chance, shorty rock, give me one more chance.
It's your boy Shorty Rock.
Shorty, give me one more chance, shorty rock, give me one more chance. Shorty, give me one more chance, shorty rock, give
Check
me
it
one
out.
more chance.
First things first, Shorty Rock. What's good, what's good, what's good? We are back for another episode of the Shorty Rock NYC show, and we are here, baby, back in full effect. Listen, we got a very dope show. We got some awesome guests. We got some actresses. We got executive producers. We got phenomenal artists in the building. Look, it's going down. First thing I need you guys to do, though, is I need you to follow me on Instagram, ShortyRocNYC. You can also follow me on Facebook, TikTok. I'm all over the place, man. All over the internet. You can subscribe to the Shorty Rock NYC podcast via Amazon, via Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Breaker, and about 5 other platforms. So make sure you tune in. But first and foremost, if you want to get all the episodes of this, go to www.thekhaliseum.com and subscribe for $2.99 a month. You can not only watch this podcast and all of our episodes and all of the seasons of this podcast, but you can also watch over 500 television shows, movies, music videos, rap battles. Man, it's a ton of awesome content on the Khaliseum. Only $2.99, all right? And you can watch feature films, just like our original movie, The Gift, which was created, shot, and directed by yours truly, Shorty Rock. Yes, I am starring in that movie, so make sure you check it out on thekhaliseum.com. That is thekhaliseum.com. Make sure you check it out. And yeah, man, we need you to support. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/The Khaliseum. That's TheKhaliseum. And we just rock it out, man. We're going to have a dope show. You know what I'm saying? So the way we get everything started once we log in and get you guys situated is we want to make sure that everybody is sharing the show. All right, so give me a second. I'm going to take a little break, but I want you guys to share the show, share it on your social media, share it all over the internet. All right, so just hold on and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button right now. Yeah, listen, make sure y'all share it all over the internet. Share it on your social media, Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, if you got a website, share it on your website. Share it in your Facebook groups. Wherever you want to share, make sure you share it. So listen, we are coming to the Atlanta area. I will be in Atlanta the first or second week. No matter of fact, the second week in January. So artists, if you are a model, if you're a singer, dancer, actress, reality show star, an athlete, and you want to get on the show, or you're a business owner, you want to advertise on the show, make sure you hit me up, because we will be doing some artist interviews in Atlanta, Georgia, the second week in Atlanta. All right. So remember, every Thursday and Friday, make sure you tune into the Shorty ROCNYC podcast. Make sure you check us out on Spotify, as well as check us out on Anchor, Breaker, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Facebook, and YouTube as well. All right. So listen, we're gonna jump right into it. We're gonna jump into our breaking news. All right. So I'm gonna give the breaking news. It looks like we got a couple things going on today. Okay. So the very first one is Drake and Kanye have performed together. This was something I didn't see coming. I kind of saw it coming. I didn't see it coming. Kind of maybe. I don't know. Because I be feeling like they beef is fake anyway. But they performed at the Free Larry Hoover concert. Of course, that is in honor of Larry Hoover, trying to get that man out of jail. Larry Hoover has been locked down for a very long time. People say that he's the leader of a gang, but I say he is a freedom fighter. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely a black man that needs to get out of jail. He's been there too long, and we need to let him out. But it was a beautiful thing to see Drake and Kanye on the stage for the very first time in a long time. I'm trying to figure out if I ever seen that before. If I ever seen Drake and Kanye actually on the same stage. I don't remember ever seeing that. You know what I'm saying? So this was definitely a monumental event. There was celebrities all over the building. And looks like Kanye West was pouring his heart out to Kim Kardashian, hoping to get her back. But I don't know if that's going to happen. Because it leads me to my next news story. Kim Kardashian has officially filed divorce papers. Well, they're not really calling it a divorce papers, but they're saying that she's officially filing to be single. She wants the West removed off of her name, and she wants the Kardashian stamp back on her name. She also is inquiring and hoping that the judge will separate the kids and any other financial affairs separately from what she's doing. But it looks like she is officially filing to be single. Which is very unfortunate, because Kanye West was definitely in his feelings at the concert. You know what I'm saying? And I was kind of sad to see the black man crying over a Kardashian. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Hey, they still married right now, but looks like Kim is trying to move forward with that divorce. So prayers go out to Kanye West. I mean, hopefully they can co-parent or figure it out. But brother, if she want to leave, let her leave, man. She want to go to the streets, send her to the streets peacefully. You know what I'm saying? Let's not make a fool of ourselves on stages, big stages. You know what I'm saying? Let's fight for our woman respectfully. Okay, so news story number 3, and this is our final news story, but it looks like DJ Academics is back at it again. Now, I was just on here yesterday discussing DJ Academics beefing with Bronx rapper My Son on the well, he's been beefing with him all over the internet and on Instagram and all that, but primarily they was on a phone call together on the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast with Gilly the King and Wallow. And just like Academics did not want to squash that beef with My Son, he is back at it with I Love McConan. Now, I know you probably remember I Love McConan from Drake's OVO record label. You know what I'm saying? He had that song Going Up on a Tuesday. But it looks like DJ Academics was going hard on him. Now, I don't understand DJ Academics being so tough. To me, It's like he's turning into Tekashi 6ix9ine. You know how Tekashi 6ix9ine was like running all over the place, beefing with people, yelling at people, screaming at people, calling them out their name, inviting them to his private parts. I feel like DJ Academics is on that lines. I feel like he is pushing the issue and he's involving himself in gangster activities. And we all know DJ Academics is no gangster. He professes not to be a gangster. He professes to be a professional podcaster slash reporter, but he is seen on video not only dissing McConan but calling him a bati boy, calling him gay, saying all type of explicit things to I Love McConan. And apparently they got a little back and forth going in, but since DJ Academics has the louder voice, it's definitely being heard around the world. He's calling McConan broke. Says that he doesn't feel like McConan's in the same level, and it's like he's picking on him, but apparently it's still raging. So the beef is active. So I mean, hopefully these brothers can work it out. Hopefully DJ Academics can get off the Henny and calm down, you know what I'm saying, before somebody run into him and really pull up on him in a very bad way, you know what I'm saying. So hopefully that does not happen. But God bless DJ Academics. God bless I Love McConan. Hopefully he can come out with another hit too, man, because he has been lacking. You know what I'm saying? You got to kill people with success. That's the best form of actually overcoming and achieving. All right? So listen, ladies and gentlemen, that is our news briefs. All right? So listen, we're going to jump right into our artist interview and bring it to the couch. You know what I'm saying? We gonna make this couch famous. It's like a stage, you know what I'm saying? Like a world stage. But we have Shaadoh Sessions in the building. What up?
What's going on?
How you doing? Good. Now first let me make sure I got you set up right, okay? Now, can you see yourself in there?
I'm looking at you.
Okay.
So, okay, I'm looking at myself.
Okay, good. So that has like a 30-second type of thing.
Okay.
30-second delay, but this is what you really want to look at. See this camera right here?
Yes, sir.
That's the main camera that we film on, but really I want you to kind of look over here because we're going to have just a personal conversation,
Sure.
okay? So I want you to get comfortable, relax, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to get all in your business as well.
Let's
all right.
do it.
So before we do that, let me go ahead and get you right here. What is your social media handle on Instagram?
So on Instagram, social media is Shaadoh Session, and it's spelled ShAdohSession, and that's my artist name, Shaadoh Session.
Now you got a couple little pages. Okay.
As well as my website, ShaadohSession.com.
Oh, that's what's up. Finally, an artist with a website. Jesus.
Yeah.
Come on.
Very important.
That's how I know you legit right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I be like, good Lord, y'all got all these social medias. Like, why don't you combine it and bring it to your own platform so you don't lose your fans? So that's good to have your own website. That's a beautiful thing.
Exactly.
Okay, so we just going to jump right into it, right? So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to the people who don't know who you are.
So I'm your favorite R&B artist from Jacksonville, Florida. I sing, songwrite, R&B music, and right now performing all over. Some of the greatest songs that I've come up with so far is on my latest album, self-titled Shaadoh Session, which is out as well. That album is available on every streaming platform. So you today can go listen to it right now.
What's the name of the album? Shaadoh Session?
Shaadoh Session.
Okay.
Yep. Same as my name. So self-titled.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Okay. So first of all, how you get the name Shaadoh Sessions? Like, what does that mean?
So my mother's given to me, of course, by birth. Okay. So I didn't really have a choice.
Hold on. Whoa. Slow down. Your real name is Shaadoh? Mm-hmm. Like your real name, like government legal name that's on your ID. You didn't change that. That's you. Okay.
Yeah. Descended from Ethiopian tribe, an ancient tribe. So
okay. All right, so you
Ethiopian.
black.
Yeah, we.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Got
I got
Egyptian
some
in your
ancestors.
family.
Yeah,
That's dope.
yeah.
So like is your family, like your immediate family, are they from Africa, or is that just like long down the lineage?
Down the lineage as
Okay.
well. Yeah, on my mom's side.
Okay.
Yeah, it gets really deep, really strong, beautiful culture.
That's what's up.
Yeah, and we
That's pretty
embrace it.
dope. Good Lord, you could be like a descendant of one of the pharaohs or something. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like that sometimes.
Yeah, that could be like your whole little thing. Like you could be like a African princess or a queen or.
That would be beautiful.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, who knows?
why not?
That's
Why
what's
not?
up.
Yeah, adopt the culture.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah,
dope.
black is beautiful.
Okay. All right. So
Yeah.
tell me, like how, tell me about your life before the music, like growing up in Jacksonville, like when you were in elementary or something like that. Were you a good kid, bad kid?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? How was life?
Honestly, you're going to get the perception that I probably was the same as I am now, calm, reserved. I didn't have a rough necessarily upbringing too much, other than the average child.
Now, what part of Jacksonville did you grow up in?
So I grew up in Duval County.
Okay.
Specifically on the west side.
Okay.
And then over time, I moved to the north side. Experienced living on the south side as I got grown, partied a little bit.
Okay.
Went to college. Did some years there.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Now, were you
Public-
like always singing?
Yeah, I sang all the time. I was forced to sing in a choir.
Forced?
Yeah.
What happened? Good Lord.
And that's kind of how it came about. Because I didn't
Okay.
know I could sing.
Okay.
And my mom, she was like, yeah, you can sing. I'm like, how do you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because I can sing. Okay. So my voice at first was very like, oh, okay, yeah, this is working.
Okay.
And I began to love it. And I began to share passion, emotions, singing about, gospel music first.
Mm-hmm.
And then, growing and finding myself and singing about myself.
That's what's up. That's pretty
today.
dope. Like you got like a traditional kind of
Background.
singing background.
Yeah, like
I was in
Sam
the
Cooke or
choir.
something. Yeah.
That's what's up. So did you sing like soprano, alto, or both?
Soprano.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah.
right. Sopranos.
Yeah.
Okay.
The girls.
That's what's up. So how long were you in the choir?
Honestly, my goodness.
Yeah, I'm taking it back, girl. That's
Yeah.
your origin story right here. Let's
I was
go.
raised in church, obviously.
True.
The punchline is my dad is a pastor.
Good. Yo, you like
So I was
you like
always
Whitney
in
Houston or
church.
something.
I was in church 3 times a week
Good
minimum.
Lord, sheesh.
And it was beautiful.
Now I heard some stories about preacher kids though. You know what I'm
What
saying?
you mean?
I heard y'all be turned up. You know what I'm saying? I heard preachers kids be the worst. Like, is that true?
I don't know.
You don't know.
It depends.
You don't know. You don't want to tell.
I think it depends on the person. I mean, not one shoe fits every person. So, yeah.
But we talking about you.
Today
Was you
I
bad?
can
Was
call
you a
my
bad
dad.
kid?
Absolutely not. No, I was great.
Would your dad say that?
Yeah. I'm his favorite. Of course, every child would say that, right?
Okay. So what about your siblings, or do you have siblings or anything?
Yeah. So on the contrary, my biological father, he was a Rolling Stone.
Oh, okay.
So
I can
we
relate, I can
have a extended family of siblings who sometimes reach out on Facebook. Hey, we have something in common.
That's what's up.
And it's cool to see that you do music, sister. So yeah,
They ain't asking
I
for
love
money
it
yet,
though.
are they?
I love it.
They're not asking for money yet, are they?
What money?
Oh, okay. That's the answer right there.
That's what I say.
It's a great answer.
But no. It's all love. It's all love.
That's what's up. That's what
You know, I love my relatives. I love people. I love strangers.
That's what's up.
So
all right, slow
it
down
ain't-
with all
it
that
ain't-
love of the stranger now. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
my job as an artist to be,
To love strangers?
to embrace people of all kinds and
all right.
types.
Hey, listen, all
Hey,
right, okay.
that's what an artist. The artist is an influencer.
True that.
So if you
know
can't
what? You're
influence no
absolutely right.
one, what are you really doing?
You're right. You're right. You know, that's
And I don't discriminate.
that's a very
So.
beautiful approach right there.
Yeah,
you know what
for
I'm saying?
sure. It's from the
You
heart.
have all type of stalkers in your inbox.
You know
embracing
what?
the love.
It's already happening. But
No, that's
hey,
actually a good thing. That's a good thing. Like I do like we have a modeling team here.
Oh yeah.
So I always be telling the models, I be like, it's good when you got like a fanatic, you know what I'm saying, aka a fan.
That's it.
You know
Turn
what I'm
them into
saying?
fans.
Yeah,
and it's
I'm
even
like,
better if they're buying fans.
you know, that's how I be telling them. I be like, look.
So I'm not afraid of that.
I was like, if you got the guy constantly in your inbox a million times, tell that nigga to buy something. You know what I'm saying? Buy a t-shirt, buy,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying, a swimsuit, a son.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, support.
Exactly.
You know
and speaking of that, my website has my merchandise.
There you go.
You guys can check it out. The merchandise is definitely one of a kind. I created it myself as well as my team.
Okay.
So definitely check that out. It's gonna be, you're gonna be very surprised when you see it.
Hold on, what you selling though?
So right now, I'm pitching my graphic T-shirts with my logo, which is a cute heart symbolizing women and a vagina.
Oh, snap.
Embracing, power, the woman power that we have.
Hold on. So you got.
So it's a unisex brand.
Hold on.
Yeah.
She just threw that in there. Did you just say you got a T-shirt with a vagina on it? Is that what you?
Yeah.
Or is it a rose that is like a representation of the vagina? You don't actually got a vagina on your T-shirt, do you?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh,
and it's
let me look this up. Hold up. I must have missed that going through your website.
Yeah, it's in my shop on my website.
Good Lord.
Yeah. So for those who are a little,
Hold on, who's supposed to wear this?
Yeah. Who is supposed to wear it?
Who's supposed to wear the vagina on
It's a unisex brand, so
okay,
men and women.
Good
So
Lord.
yeah.
So the guys is gonna have the vagina on their shirt. Okay, so what does that symbolize though? Like you taking this a totally different direction, but we're gonna go there.
So my brand, if you haven't noticed or did your homework, or if you're just watching, you're new.
I saw that. I thought it was just a heart. I didn't really zoom in.
Yeah, it's very discreet. It's very discreet. But my brand symbolizes.
Good Lord, that is a vagina.
Yeah.
Okay, that is.
And I would love for you, to have one. Yeah.
Cute. Okay.
Yeah.
So why do you have a vagina as your logo?
So something that I've noticed is being an artist, you grow. You manifest.
See, this is that preacher kid stuff I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about.
This is, being an artist, you have to identify who you are in order to stand firm and be in the industry like this. You know what I mean? So, over time, it's kind of weird. I started, making my first songs, and most of them was about heartbreak. What I've gone through, and that's what really pushed me into writing music, full songs and everything. So my first single was Ride For You, which was a great song. And then things kind of got a little intense and interesting. And
as far as like what?
I wanted to tell more stories. I wanted to tap into more channels of me being an artist, something that was exciting, something that people wanted to enjoy, not just being sad.
Okay.
Not just having
and that's
heartbreak.
Where the vagina comes in.
And that's when the vagina comes in.
Makes me happy.
It gets a little sexy. It gets a little sexy.
Okay.
And
brightens up my day.
It becomes a little bit more challenging, because
I
realized that I started to draw certain kind of attention and fans.
Okay.
Not intentionally.
What kind of fans are you talking about?
Fans that wanted more.
More like vagina?
More from me. Just wanted to know more of what I liked.
Like a deeper version of you.
Yeah.
Okay. Right,
something that was more, unapologetic, and something that was a little bit, So I just kind of took it upon myself to kind of give my fans what they wanted. And that's what I embody, which is sex appeal.
Okay.
And it's something
Thank
that
God
has
for
been
the fans.
very.
Listen to fans. You gotta listen to the fans.
Yeah, you gotta listen to your fans.
I'm glad you did.
Since I've did that change and that shift early in my career, discovering myself, we've been running. Everything has been on the up, and everyone has been, craving Shaadoh session.
I see. Good Lord,
it's been fun.
Okay, that's what's up. Okay, so it's a heart, it's a vagina, it's on a t-shirt, it's on a mug. It to me it symbolizes loving yourself, right? Loving who you are, embracing who you are as a woman. I'm glad you're a woman, because if you wasn't, this would be a different type of
conversation.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a whole different logo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but I could do the vagina and the heart.
Yeah, of course.
I could definitely do that. Okay, so just backing up a little bit. All right. So after I guess you leave home. You go to college. Did you leave home or no?
When I went to college, it was a community college, so it was close to home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, so when did you actually decide to take music to this level? Because I mean, singing in the choir is one thing, but that doesn't mean you record your own music. Like, when did you start doing that?
Honestly, when I realized that being an adult sucked, and
I realize that every day.
Yeah,
every day I see my son
either
carefree, running around, doing absolutely nothing, paying no bills, but enjoying his life, and people bringing food to him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
When you
like,
want something, it just happens.
Exactly. And I realized, good Lord, being an adult is not all that good.
Yeah, yeah, I understand now, but that's kind of what started that. I had to understand my calling, my purpose. And I knew that I wasn't going to waste this one life and opportunity I have.
Okay, but what happened? Like
anything other than
you just
music.
woke up one day and was like,
because
normally that like something has to happen. Like,
yeah, of course, it was a shift.
Something,
and my shift was me becoming a mom.
Oh, okay.
And I worked religiously, nonstop. Barely, taking care of my kid. I had to pay my nanny because I had to hustle and work day and night.
What were you doing?
A CNA. I was a certified nurse assistant. I was at the bottom of the food chain, and I had to work my way up until I figured out what was working for me. And then I realized,
why did you have to get a nanny though?
Because when you work in a 9 to 5 or overnight, you can't take your kid to work with you. So
yeah, but what about like family or friends or?
Well, the support system once again was tough. So I'm at the bottom. I'm struggling.
Okay.
In every way you can think of, I'm struggling. In every way you think of, but music was my only hope and way out. And I knew that for years, but I knew that something was going to have to, come about for me to. I had to step out on faith. I had to work and not just dream. That's when I wrote my first single, "Ride for You."
Okay.
I recorded it, and I started to share my song with multiple people by email. And when I sent it to my manager today, he heard the song and he believed in the song, and he said, "You know what? We're gonna take this single and we're gonna take it in the studio, official studio. I know who to go to. Trust me." So we went there. We worked with producers 1-on-1, Lewis Bryant, in Tampa as well, Clearwater area, and he brought it to life. And from there, I knew that I could do it once. If I could do it once, I could do it twice. Now I have 10 songs on my album.
Hey,
okay, now we have something that we can pitch and
sell.
That's
right. Heck yeah.
And that's kind of how it happened. You know what I mean? It's been a progress. It's been real life that has pushed me to not just be okay with being a CNA or being okay with the bare minimum. If I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it what I want to do.
I know that's right. Go hard or go home.
That's kind of what ushered it in, and I knew that I love singing, or songwriting. So
are you currently like in Tampa Bay now, or do you still live in Jacksonville?
In Tampa, mostly working.
Okay. So what made you make that change to say, I'm gonna come to Tampa?
So once again, life kind of led me here from Jacksonville, my city. I had to get uncomfortable in order to teach myself that I was strong enough to do anything. Because before,
that's a bar right there.
Before I was just a young girl trying to be a woman, learning how to be a woman with children. One child, and then a second child, and I understood, okay, what am I going to do to change my situation? Am I going to believe in myself? Am I going to step out on faith? Am I going to do what I want to do with my career?
Right.
Or am I going to clock into someone else's job on a 9 to 5 and just shut the hell up and work? So,
I mean, sometimes you gotta, sometimes you gotta do that too,
And in that transition phase, it's a little both. Honestly, it's a little both. It's a little working my way up to the top, and that's okay with me because it makes the victory even more worth it.
I know that's right. So are you doing music full time now, or are you still working?
Yeah,
sometimes?
I do music full time. I parent full time, and I work full time. Everything I do is full time. I wake up hustling.
I know that's right.
I don't even want to go to sleep. I hate I get upset when I go to sleep. And I'm not even joking.
No, listen, I feel you. I'm involved in a lot. So I feel you. You know what I'm saying? I tell myself now I don't even go to sleep. I just take naps.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Who needs that?
So you moved to Tampa.
Yeah.
All right, so now you're here now. What has so this is something I kind of want you to talk about.
Sure.
And the reason why I want you to talk about it because it's so many different like artists in general.
Yeah.
But I like focusing on the females. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But it's so many artists in general that have like a fear for some reason about management.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I want you to talk about like what made you decide that having a manager was good for you, and also how has it helped you?
How has it helped me? Well, that's a good question. Well, Brisky Business Entertainment is my management. Phenomenal management. Firsthand. I don't think I would be halfway where I am if not for my management. My management has experience, for one. Before I knew anything about going to an official studio, I just recorded in my buddy's basement. You know, the sound is more important than anything. We got to be able to put this song on the radio. That's very important. If you don't sound anything like your competition, what are we doing?
Right.
So I didn't know that. My manager did. Those were there were a lot of times where, you know, I had learning experiences, and when I started to see that from the jump, I started to believe and trust the process. And it was easy for me to understand that I have some things to learn. I don't know it all. You know, I don't know anything about the music industry, honestly. I don't know, but you know, the song that I wrote, the heartbreak song, Right For You, I didn't know that I had to perform. I just wrote a track and called it a day and put it out there on YouTube. There you go. But there's so many things involved in this. The being in the industry is 20%, they say, artistry, and the rest is your management.
Yeah, straight up.
And it's true. Your manager's job is to get you in a place where you don't even deserve to be.
Facts.
I have been there a couple times. Like, how the hell did I get here?
That's what's up.
I grabbed the mic and I went on about my day, and I got on the stage and I did what I had to do until I got familiar and I started to understand more. A lot of times you're so anxious and, you know, eager to be successful as an artist that you don't know what to say. You don't know how to approach certain opportunities. You just know you want it.
Right.
But a manager's job is to intercede and to connect and communicate and make those opportunities a lot gracefully for you. If they have experience and they know what they're doing, you'll walk into it every single time. And luckily I had the opportunity. So
that's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Thank you to Fonz Riley, Brisky Business Entertainment.
Hey,
awesome management, man.
Turn them up. That's what's up.
So.
See, the reason why I want you to talk about that is because you know, it's in my opinion that people don't understand the need for managers nowadays, and I just feel like managers a lot of times are underappreciated.
Yeah.
And I feel like they play a vital role in getting artists to the next level.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy to me that sometimes when I talk to artists and I be like, yo, you got a manager? And they be like, oh, I don't want to sign to nobody, or I don't want to blah blah blah. I'm like, first of all, you're not even a good business person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
it's business.
like,
it's a business.
in my opinion, I feel like as an artist, you should be focused on the art.
That's
You know what I'm saying? Creating the art.
Yeah.
And being the best artist you could possibly be.
Yeah.
And I feel like management is supposed to be like your business manager or the person that's supposed to connect the dots when it comes to the business side of the art. You know what I'm saying? And it should be like a team type of thing.
Yeah.
So when I see artists like scared to have a manager, or afraid to be in a management contract, or like saying, no, I'm gonna manage myself, or like, to me it just sounds crazy, because I don't know any major artists that actually blow up that didn't have a manager. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, yeah, that makes sense.
So it's like, to me, I've always looked at it as management is one of the keys to real success. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it. What major artists got to be major without a manager? Like, who did that on their own? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they may have changed managers. They may not have a manager right now, but along the way,
eventually you're gonna need someone. And then as an artist, you'll start to understand some things you don't want to do. You want to delegate to someone else, some of the important things, and the assistant can't necessarily handle that.
Exactly.
So
a
manager.
We literally had an artist on that couch that was talking about how her assistant was messing around with her man, and the assistant kind of messed up her business, and her assistant did blah blah. But in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, why is your assistant doing all that? That should be your manager doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like your assistant, you shouldn't have to worry about that even happening, because your manager should have been the one handling your business. So if some trick started messing with your man, you cut the man off, but you still can continue the business. Now she had to get everything back, and now she has to try to function on her own, when in all actuality she should have been looking for a manager than trying to be her own manager and have a little assistant. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't know. I just think it's something that doesn't really get talked about a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So and then here's another thing too. I feel like when you have management, it is a sign of higher professionalism. You know what I'm saying? Because it is a clear sign you have a professional team behind you.
Yeah, you have someone other than yourself that believes in you.
Right.
And that's important too. If you have a manager who is like, yeah, this person is just on point. This is my artist. I believe in her. I'm rooting for her. You guys would be crazy if you're not.
Right.
It's just like a game. You know what I mean? You got to have more than one voice or more than one card to win this game. You know what I'm saying? So,
or like sports, you can't, no matter, even the greatest player in the world, you know what I'm saying, whoever you think that is, but I know it's Michael Jordan, so you know what I'm saying. But even he had a coach. You know what I'm saying? Even he had a coach. He had somebody that instructed him on how to deliver his game.
Right.
He had the talent, but the coach had the insight and the know-withal to be able to share the direction in which he should utilize his talent so you could win overall. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
All right. So that's my little management thing. Okay, so I have a couple questions that I'm going to kind of ask you. But I want to play a game with you.
Okay. Hopefully I can.
So listen, it's a game I made up. You probably never heard of it.
Okay.
It's called Truth or Dare.
All right, I heard of that before.
Okay. Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of famous now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I invented it.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. So I'm gonna play this game with you. You can only. I'm only gonna ask you. You can't ask me. You know
my God. That's so unfair. Go ahead.
All right. So truth or dare?
Truth.
Truth. Okay. Explain to me what the Win a Date with Shaadoh Sessions was all about.
So the Win a Date is about me taking a super fan, whether it's a male or female, on a sexy, fun date.
Okay. Now, does this already happen or like?
So it is in the process. We are in the process. You can definitely go to my website again, ShaadohSessions.com. $25 will get you in, and you'll be in the entry to get drawn and hopefully win.
Okay. So how does someone get picked?
It's a raffle.
Okay.
So you can enter more than once, and I'll do a live drawing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So do you have like a set date for this thing, or what's going on with that?
It's in the making. It's soon.
Okay.
Yeah, we're in the holiday season, so we were hoping to do it soon.
Okay, so does he have to like because I thought this was a great idea, honestly.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, dang, I should do that. Like I should.
Yeah, that's called management right there.
Right. Listen, great ideas for management. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so like, are you paying for the date? Or is he like taking you out?
So it's a collective.
Okay.
You know, because all that, the gathering funds, $25 entry. So ultimately, we want that to pay for everything that's necessary. So we'll be going to a Roof Chris, something like that. You know,
dang,
something that's good and yummy.
Listen, he better come correct then.
Yeah. So it'll be worth, you know, showing up. $25. You can't beat that for a nice meal.
You're right.
So yeah.
True that. Okay.
And the production as well, because we want to capture the moment.
Okay. All right. Truth or dare?
Truth.
All right. So you playing it safe. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. Are you single?
Yes.
Why?
It's true.
Why are you single?
By choice.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm praying that, you know, the right guy comes along.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, when it comes to relationships, just in general, right?
Yeah.
Is it hard trying to find a man that is in agreement with the direction you want to go with your career?
I don't know, honestly, because I feel like I have so much to go and learn, and so much more to discover in music. So I really don't know. I haven't touched that territory quite yet. Because what if plays a lot in the role? I would love to have someone that I can relate to that's in the music industry.
So you're okay
that
with
I
like
can
a
grow
celebrity or like a
I'm
industry
okay.
exec?
Any executive, it would be great. I mean, hello.
So I need an executive in my life. Nah, that's what's up.
So yeah, I mean, it depends. Because what if I'm in the business and it hasn't been going well with people that are in the business as well, and I want to date someone who's outside of that world, who just wants me for me and not an artist. So I thought about that too.
Yeah.
You know,
Don't
so
do that,
it kind of, it would vary.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. You know, you want to date someone on your caliber. You know.
Well, you know, I say don't do it just
because I've seen people do it before and they turn out okay. Like Megan Thee Stallion, I think her boyfriend.
Who she dated? I thought she was dating somebody famous.
Well, he doesn't do music. I know that.
Oh, he doesn't perform.
I don't think he's a performing artist.
Oh, I
could be wrong. But
when
I seen him, I didn't recognize him. So.
Oh, good lord. I mean, he could be like an exec or something.
He could be.
I just can't see Megan Thee Stallion dating somebody regular.
We're gonna have to do some homework.
Because she do a lot. You know what I'm saying? A regular dude may not be able to handle all that. But after so long,
you start to realize maybe these guys aren't the guys I need to be, you know, fooling around with. You know what I mean? Because, you know, so much swapping hands going on, you know.
That's a fact.
So it just, I'm on the outside looking in, Hollywood, you know. Like,
see, my thing is, when it comes to relationships, I think it affects. I think relationships, and I could be just biased. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I feel like, first of all, I feel like a relationship is like one of the most important decisions you can make as a human being, because I feel like the person that you with can affect literally every area of your life
for years,
the positive,
if you let
years to come, for the positive or for the worse. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like we don't. Like people be dating so much that they don't really realize that part of it. You know what I'm saying?
How serious it is.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So when you're a young woman on the rise, and not to be against relationships, because I'm for relationships.
Me too.
But I feel like when you're a female on the rise opposed to a male on the rise, I feel like relationships kind of impact females a lot harder than it does with males. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like with guys, we be in a relationship, but then we don't really be claiming them. You know what I'm saying? Half the time, people don't even know we in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, we keep them at the house, or you know what I'm saying? Keep them comfortable, but keep them away from what we doing.
Yeah.
But like, you know, if you're a woman and you're on a certain levels, a lot of women want women on that level as well,
right?
You know, especially mentally. So it's like, if you're in a relationship, you know, that person could affect your career. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could help you, he kind of hurt you. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And I feel like a lot of times the difference between a woman going to the high level and not going to the high level a lot of times is the relationship that they in. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you with somebody that's like hating.
Yeah, it's so easy
for
that to happen too.
Yeah,
and a lot of times for me, I think it's safer just to be single.
I think
and just
so too.
Focus on yourself. Like you can't go wrong with that. You can't lose with loving you. You can't lose.
See, I agree. I 100%
so,
agree.
I mean, but if you settle, you can lose. That person can hold you back. That person could be a thorn. You know, that person may not want you to be successful. That person may be grinning and you looking at them grin at you while you're in the middle of, and you're like, dang.
Right.
What the heck? I thought you believed in me.
Listen,
but
exactly.
I don't want to deal with that right now.
Yeah. So. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause if you're a female artist,
and
you're more on the sexy side. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you know what I'm saying? Cause see your logo. You're on the sexy side. You're beautiful. I can see sometimes like a guy may not want you to get as much attention as you're really trying to go for.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially in the beginning when they start to see you're starting to act up is what they call it.
Right.
Yeah, you act up. You want. That's your job as an entertainer. You're supposed to act up to get some.
Listen, I say it all the time.
Some things going. You know. But it happens a lot. In this part of my career, a lot of guys are like, "Wait, is that Shaadoh in all black?" Yeah, it's me. What's up? I'm the it girl.
Do you see that? I don't know if you experience this or not, but do you intimidate guys?
I've noticed I can bring on that sensation, but in a good way, because a lot of times guys will try to figure it out a little bit more, which kind of makes the relationship even more better. Because a person wants to learn who you are, what makes you special. It can be intimidating. We're all human.
Yeah.
So
I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Truth or dare?
Dare.
Oh Lord. All right, dare. I dare you. I dare you to sing a snippet of a gospel song. Take us back. I don't know one either. Bam. I know Amazing Grace.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. Okay.
Dang. Good Lord, I'm about to tear up in this mother.
Yeah.
You got a beautiful voice.
It's been a while.
Good Lord. I had somebody sing before, didn't sound too good. You know what I'm saying? I said, no, don't do that. Don't do that. But you did that.
Thank
okay.
you.
All right, truth or dare?
Truth.
All right. Okay. What is your what has been the biggest struggle so far? Just as a woman, as a black woman, as a person, but just so far trying to get into this industry.
The saturation. It's a saturated industry. People are picking and choosing who they want to be successful. And sometimes it's because of the most simplest things, not what you think it should be.
Like
it's
what?
just
Give an
what they
example.
have a taste for.
Like what?
I feel like the industry lets in who they feel is relevant at the time. So whatever that means to whoever, like whatever fans are supporting that artist, they can just be in love with who they are, and they're popular just because of who they are. But you have someone under them that is working harder or performing better.
Who you talk about?
I'm just giving you an example.
Who ain't got no talent, but they winning right now?
But rightfully so. Everyone is entitled to what they are entitled to.
Listen, I be hearing a lot of stuff.
But that's what I say.
podcasts.
The industry can be choosy.
True that.
You just
you're right.
gotta ride the wave and wait your turn.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah.
No, somebody on the
No
podcast
shade.
told me the other day. I mean, not the other day, but like, shout out to Jess One Lottie. But she was talking about she said something similar to that, right?
Oh yeah.
And I was like, nah, you can't just like they don't just be picking people randomly. Because she was like, you could just pick, like the industry be just picking random people,
Yeah.
and like creating a facade around them, but they don't really got no real talent or
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? They just probably just look good. And I was like, nah, they can't really do that. You got to have real talent. But then like she was talking about she was talking about J-Lo.
No, not J-Lo.
Talking about J-Lo don't be really singing.
Uh-huh.
Or J-Lo can't sing. And I was like, I love J-Lo.
Jenny
J-Lo
from the
Bronx. I'm from the
block.
Bronx.
Yeah.
Nah, they ain't gonna, I said, nah, you ain't gonna, you ain't gonna play
man.
J-Lo.
Yeah, I
not
love
on here.
J-Lo,
You know what I'm
babe.
saying? Exactly. I love me some
J-Lo
J-Lo,
got that body.
right?
What you mean,
So she
sis?
kept going on. I'm like, nah. So then I was like, I felt myself like getting mad. Like, hold on, we ain't gonna do that on here. Not here. You know what I'm saying? But she was like, look it up. So I said, you know what? Let me look it up.
So what
Right?
did you see?
I saw J-Lo be using ghost singers,
No.
which is so. You ever heard of a ghost singer?
No, I have
Like
a
I heard
ghost
of ghost
writer.
writers,
Yeah.
but ghost like
How does that work?
like it's almost like lip singing. Like she be lip singing, somebody else be singing. Like Christina Milian was one of them.
Wow.
And like some other people, like it was like a whole like different.
But
web
can you
pages.
imagine she's dancing all over the place?
Listen, I said, yo, that broke my heart. That broke
Oh
my
my
heart.
gosh.
I love J-Lo.
But she's had a beautiful career.
Yes, I feel like
So
J-Lo's
many people
talented.
love her.
Yeah,
And I love her.
I'm one of the J-Lo fans. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a diehard J-Lo
But I would have
fan.
never thought she uses people like a ghost singer.
ghost
Like,
singer.
that's mad weird to me.
Hey sis, whatever you gotta do, like do your thing.
Facts.
I'm not gonna hate,
True that.
but hey.
But it definitely. So when you said that, I'm like, oh, that kind of remind me like.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
some
saying?
people are maybe
Maybe
just
some
stronger in
people
certain
are.
areas.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
You know, it be like that.
True that. All right, so here's your last question for the truth or dare. All right, truth or dare, or you can, you can
Yeah,
do dare,
yeah.
or whatever.
Truth.
Truth. Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta trying to think which one to go
Okay.
with. This is different, out the box, totally.
All
You know
right.
what I'm saying? How do you feel about Kevin Samuels?
Kevin Samuels.
Do you know anything about him?
Tell me where you're coming
Lord,
from.
I don't even want to.
Refresh me.
Kevin Samuels. I hate giving descriptions only because like.
Just refresh me.
Okay, so he's a image consultant that comes on YouTube, and he basically has been giving women a rating on themselves, but also kind of like giving them his truth of whether or not they qualify for a high value man.
Okay.
If you don't know anything about him, I ask you another question.
Yeah, let's revisit that topic.
Okay.
Because I
Okay.
can say so much that I can step on toes and.
Okay.
Because
All right.
I already, yeah.
All right. So here's another question. All right. Okay. Have you reached the stage yet where you get
Okay.
paid to perform?
Absolutely.
Okay. And has it been able to? Are you at the level where you can actually support yourself just strictly off music so
If
far?
I wanted to, yes. Definitely. It's a yes for me. Because I know my worth and my value. I know what I bring, my presence alone. You know, I know my power when I walk in the room. What happens, I understand who I am. And people quickly learn that as well.
Tell me about
when
that
they're
power.
around me.
'Cause
As
I
an
can sense
artist,
it, actually.
as an
I can
artist,
sense power. I'm like, good Lord.
yeah, of course, and it's great.
Yeah.
It's great energy, of course. But as an artist, there's an ick factor. If you don't have it, you don't have it. If you do, you do. Great. But you know, when you're in a crowd you have to be an artist, not a civilian.
Facts.
So if you're an artist, you can be paid because something about you is people are trying to figure out. You know, people want to learn more. People want to see more. People want to find you on social media. People want to hear your music. People want to hear what you sound like. You know, they want to talk to you. So if you have someone with a camera out, you know, pointing at you, that's normal.
That's facts. Like,
you should be getting paid.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
For your work, you know, because that's your job. That's who you are. That's what you bring to the table. So when people hear your music and they go get your EP, right? What do you want them to take from it? So my album, it's out right now, self-titled. It's my first album, Shaadoh Session. Okay. So when you listen to the album, I just want you to take from it whatever you feel, because there's so many songs on there that a person can relate to depending on what they feel at that moment, because there's so many varieties of emotions. So I would say to take from it what you feel, what touches you, what connects or resonates with you, because sometimes I feel like I cherish certain tracks, and then I have a buddy who calls me and say, you know what, Duval was the best song. Like, and I'm thinking to myself, you're from Duval, of course you're gonna say Duval's the best song.
A little biased,
but I love that song too. You know what I mean? And that pride, that person was pride. They haven't been back home in so long. They, you know, they're living their life with family outside of Duval. Somehow they, you know, got away.
True that.
And when they heard Duval, they were like, So I say, hell yeah, Duval is the shit.
Hey, that's what's up.
So that's just an example.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me about these tracks. We have Tell Me.
Yeah.
Electric, Catwalk. Is Ride For You on this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ride For You was on there.
So Ride For You, Duval, Save Me, Over You, Number One Fan, and Ben Frank. Hold on, how many tracks is on this, Mark?
10.
10? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You calling it the EP?
That's an album.
Oh, I'm about to say, okay.
That's my first baby.
All right. Cool.
Yeah. And my EP is dropping soon.
Okay.
So you guys can expect that. So definitely check me out on my social media.
And the EP coming.
Yeah, the EP's on its way, baby.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, my fans are ready for some more Shaadoh sessions. So
okay, tell me about this song, Over You.
Over You is basically a song. A woman is expressing to her partner that, you know, we go through hard times, but still, I love you, and you know, let's go out, let's have fun, let's remember who we met in the beginning, and let's continue to love each other, because I can't get over you. No matter what we do, what we go through, I can't get over you.
Now, is that like coming from a real life situation, or is that
of course,
more like, okay,
yeah, because when you're in those stages of love, those early stages of love, you know, you only had a few partners, you're like, dang, why can't I get over this person? You know what I mean? So yeah. Now,
does that kind of like embody who you are? Because you kind of come off to me as like a person who loves really hard.
Yeah, I'm a passionate person. Most singers are. Drake.
Okay.
He's very emotional, isn't he?
He's a little too emotional sometimes.
Yeah, he's an artist. You know,
True that,
he's a singer when he wants to be.
I love Drake. I'm a huge Drake fan.
I like him too.
I don't like the fact that
I feel like
I
if you
like him
can't-
so much, but I do like him a lot.
I like him a lot.
Yeah.
He's one of a kind.
Yeah, he is. Okay, so like, is it hard for you to get over people?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I feel like I move with the time.
So when they acting up, you gotta go.
Of course, you gotta elevate,
off,
because
dead 'em.
I'm priority.
Dang, no, that's right.
Yeah.
Are you an alpha? I think you said that.
I can be a little both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alpha and sub a little bit, or
Yeah, I like to be submissive when it's time. I like to be an alpha because a woman is strong.
Okay.
Especially, you know, the woman that I am, I'm strong.
That's what's up.
That's why I'm where I am.
I know that's right. Amen to that.
Yeah.
Okay, what about Save Me? Tell me about that.
So Save Me, wow. I wrote that song just out of pure heartbreak and emotion as well. Just expressing that, you know, in a world full of trouble, you want someone to save you. Is it wrong for a person to feel that way, you know, going through hardship, you know, wanting someone to be there for them, to identify when you're low and to pull you up. Especially if it's someone that you look up to. And a lot of times we have trusted people probably in our past that we looked up to that we probably shouldn't have. And, get disappointed.
Okay.
So Save Me is like, okay, I love you. I believe in you. Are you the person to pull me through when I'm low? Because I know when you're low, I'm there for you. So that's where Save Me comes in.
Do you find that you're there more for people than they are for you?
I'm a good person at heart. So I just say it like this. I'm just doing God's work. I don't measure it on my metric, and I don't want to measure it on your metric. Oh, you're a better friend than I am to you, and this, da-da-da. Man, whatever God says is what I'm going to do. Screw you. If God says you need to get the shirt off my back, here you go, buddy. Enjoy it.
Good Lord.
I have 5 more, waiting for me, around the corner. Whatever.
All right, I need you to slow down with that, though. You know what I'm saying?
But that's just the kind of person I am. I don't live like that. I don't want to be. I'm a very free-spirited person. Okay. Yeah.
I can sense that.
I don't want no one to use and abuse me. I'm definitely not gonna, let that happen. But
right.
I am a person that is very resonated with my surroundings and the way I feel inside. No one can change who I am. Whether you feel like I'm a better friend here, a better friend there. No, I'm gonna be who I am, and if I need to work on something, I'll work on something. But if I know I'm giving what I'm supposed to give, and you just being whatever kind of way you being, and you're not, accepting of me, that's your problem, dude. My conscience is clear.
Facts.
I did what I had to do. Next.
Like a very intense person over here.
So
you know what I'm saying? Like that's very like that's cool.
Yeah, that's just how I became over time. So
you have an anointing?
I don't know how to answer that.
Do you think you do?
I feel like I have a light that's shining, which is potentially why I'm pretty good at what I do.
I think you're very good. I think you should have a podcast or something.
You think so?
I think so. I think you carry the conversation very well.
Maybe
a little too well.
One day, yeah, because a lot of it is hard work, and a lot of it also is your knowledge. Yeah. If you can't, work smart and you're working hard, what's the point of that? When you can just work smart and make it look good. Hey.
You making it look very good, actually, over there. You making it look very good.
Yeah, it's not a hard being me or being an artist or any of that.
What other talents you got?
What do you mean?
I can see you like doing TV too. Like, can you act?
Yeah, I could do some acting if I wanted to. I've done some acting, and I have some projects in the works. Yeah, and I have some opportunities I'm applying for. Big roles. I'll take it all. I'll step in front of the White House. Speak with the president if I have to. You know what I mean? Like, I'll do it. I'm not afraid of it.
You seem like you're very fearless out here.
You gotta be.
Yeah, that's what's up.
My brand is the most important thing to me. So yeah.
I could probably see you doing like hosting too.
Yeah.
You thought about that, like kind of like hosting events or hosting like something where you're actually talking to crowds, I guess.
Well, being an artist. You have to command the stage.
Yeah, you are an
so
MC,
of course,
kinda.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to be able to command your audience, and you learn over time that's important to have.
You're a star.
Thanks.
You definitely are. Okay, so I want to play one of these songs. What song do you feel I should play?
Play. What do you think?
Whichever one you want. Like, I'm not gonna
play SWBY. We have a music video to that on YouTube. Okay. Over 100K views.
I see that one. See, that's the one I was gonna pick up. I was like, you know what?
Yeah, let's do this single. Let's take it back.
All right, cool.
To this.
And this is with Pretty Image, right?
That's featuring Pretty Image.
Now let me ask you a question. Are they not teenagers no more, right? Or are they?
No, they're
because they don't look like teenagers.
Yeah, they're grown.
This thing.
Yeah, they're a young group that started off as teenagers, and they have ever since been growing for the past couple of years. So
yeah, because I think I seen them perform at a fashion show I was in.
Okay.
And they looked like teenagers when I saw them, but I really feel like that wasn't that long ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, hold on, let me cue this up real quick. I'm actually gonna play the music video.
Okay.
What are you doing?
You look gorgeous, by the way.
I can't wait to see you.
Fellas,
Thank you.
watch this music video.
Tonight is
You
yours.
look amazing.
I'm on my way.
I pull up in that Rolls Royce. Tonight we making all noises. Really special to me, it's meant to be.
Where did y'all shoot this?
I bring my own girl for
The Florida
fantasy.
Hotel
Give it to me till your body
in
shuts
Tampa.
down.
The Floridian. Marilyn Monroe stayed there. I don't know with whom, but it's known for that. And some, presidents.
Face where the time dangerous, pleasure is pain, one and the same. Don't stop that. Do me dirty, nothing hurts me. Ocean my back, Christian Dior, on the floor. I'll be the one to make it rain. Positions changing. Come put your face in. I love the way you taste it. Guilty pleasure, nothing measures. Treasure. Give it to me till your body shut down. Shut down. Look, flip this body around. I'ma give it to you, serve it up, no breakfast. I'm a bad bitch and you know who's reckless. Doing like never before. Sex will be yours. Sex will be yours. Doing like never before. Sex will be yours. Sex will be yours. Oh.
I need a nigga that's top notch. That ain't afraid to slide up in a nice tight spot. Going round after round, no shot clock. From the bed to the floor, we going non-stop. Can't nobody fuck you like I do. I make your body feel good and you know it's true. I'm the realest, got you bragging about me to your crew. Bad bitch with a cat, this ain't nothing new.
Pretty image. Real wet, got me dripping on your body. Raw shit, got me fucking in the Rari. Sex so good, got this nigga steady calling. And I ain't fucking with a nigga if he ain't ballin'. City girl said it best. Big bass make it wet. Lights, camera, action. Now we fucking on the set. Don't think too hard. Only you can get it wet. Only you can get it wet.
Give it to me till your body shut down. Shut down. Look, flip this body around. I'ma give it to you, serve it up, no breakfast. I'm a bad bitch and you know who's reckless. Doing like never before. Sex will be yours. Sex will be yours. Doing like never before. Sex will be yours. Sex will be yours. Oh.
Hey, yo. Good Lord. That is fire.
Thank you.
I feel like I liked it. I've seen this. I probably watched it twice already. Listen, and those are like y'all managed by the same people, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Risky
Good Lord.
Business
Sheesh.
Entertainment. And the
Oh,
label.
man. So I mean, what's I know you dropping your album.
Yeah.
No, or the album's dropped.
The album is available.
Okay, the album's
Today.
available all streaming platforms.
Yep, every single one of them.
Okay. That's what's up.
Major
And then,
platform.
EP's coming.
Yeah, EP is on the way.
Anything else coming up? Any shows?
Yeah,
Any,
we
like,
have big shows
events?
coming up. I believe it'll be in South Florida.
Okay.
So whether that's Orlando, Miami, or Tampa, we'll keep you guys posted on the website.
Okay.
Also, we have a nice music video coming up with a track off the album. So I'm excited about that.
Okay.
Because that'll be coming out probably in the next month or two.
Did you already shoot it, or you gonna shoot it?
It's halfway done. It's halfway
Okay.
done.
So if you ever need somebody, you know what I'm saying?
A love interest.
Listen.
You're gonna be my love interest, right?
You know, I gotta be daddy, poppy.
Papito.
You know what I'm saying? The hubby, you know what I'm saying? You know, or I could be the side dude too, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, you better not.
You know, I'm a good side dude.
You better
You know what
stop.
I'm saying? But, you know, normally I'm, you know, in charge.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Got you, Papito.
So if you ever need somebody,
Hey, I'll let you know.
hey, let me know. Let me know. You
Yeah,
know what
we're
I'm
just a
saying?
phone call away.
Listen, I do
So,
what I
yeah.
do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, so Shaadoh Sessions. Why don't you go ahead and let them know your social media one more time,
Yeah.
so they can follow you, and how they can book you if they want to get a
course.
feature or have you perform or something like that. Let
Yeah.
them know.
So again, Shaadoh Session, your favorite site, ShAADOHSESSION. There you'll find everything you need to know. Also for booking, my management, you can hit contact in the email button there. You guys will be able to book me. Everything is on my website directly. So, yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's
Thank
Shaadoh
you.
Sessions.
Thanks.
First of all, I just want to say thank you
Yeah.
for coming on the show. Definitely a blessing. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you for having us tonight.
You are definitely one of the people that I could see just blowing up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
So
I'll
keep
know-
up,
yeah.
keep doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Continue to stay
Absolutely.
humble because you have a very beautiful spirit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
so
yeah.
I can see anybody wanting to have you around, just in general. You know what I'm saying? So keep doing what you're
Appreciate the love.
doing. And stay away from these guys that is going to hold you down.
Honey,
You know what I'm saying?
been there, done that.
Straight up.
Yeah, don't worry. We're
Okay.
going to the top, baby.
I know that's right. Okay, cool. All right, so I'm gonna play the pre-recorded interview that I
Okay.
have that's coming up right now. We have the Butlers coming on here. We have Mallian and we have Mahalia Jackson, Butler. That's gonna be it's gonna be in the film Powers, as well as they have a movie coming out. They're gonna explain all that, so we're gonna jump right into that real quick after this break. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to do this interview with Mallian and Mahalia Butler. Please excuse the lag. We did have a little bit of lag over the video call, but hopefully everything plays accordingly. And here we go. Okay, first and foremost, this is the Shorty Rock NYC show, one of the best, greatest up and coming podcasts in America. We are featured right now on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, and probably 5 other platforms. We have a very beautiful, dynamic duo in the building. And matter of fact, why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves to the people who don't know who you are.
Hi, I'm Mahalia Butler. Hi, I'm Mallian Butler.
All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump right into it, okay? So you guys are mother and daughter, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, cool. Now I would ask you how long you guys been together, but I pretty much can tell that. That's what's up. Okay, so tell me a little bit about the history, like who started first. Like I know Mally is an actress, and I know that you guys have a movie coming out and a TV series. Well, not a TV series, but another movie that you're gonna be in, Mally. But how did this whole situation even start? Like who started being an actress first, or wanted to get into the business first?
Okay, so it all started with me. I started when I was 10 years old. I started in a local theater here in Arlington, Texas, and I ended up getting my first television role from that. My parents saw how passionate I was about it, so they were like, all right, let's drop everything and we're going to move her to LA. So I have been in LA, the entertainment industry, for 6 years now. And when I was about 10 years old, I was kind of like on the lazy river with things, but my career wasn't going where I wanted it to go. And my mom was like, you know what, I'll write a show for you. So that's how she got into writing. She wrote our show, Legitimately Mally. And then she realized, she produced it, directed it, everything. And she realized, how much she enjoyed doing that and, making the magic of a TV show or a movie. So she decided to get in that a bit more. And that's kind of how her passion began with creating. And now here we are.
Hold on. Slow down a little bit, Mally. Slow down. Hold up.
You can slow that down.
We gotta dissect this a little bit, okay? Because that just sound like you wanted to act, you got your first role, or you didn't get your first role. Mom jumped in, immediately was a writer, and then you just started taking off. Let's go back a little bit to the beginning. All right. So first of all, Mally, like what inspired you to even want to even get into acting or anything like that? Did you always start off as an actress, or like what was that first time?
Okay, so I've always had a passion for acting since I was 2 years old. I would get on the fireplace and act out little scenes when I was a baby, and my parents would be like, "What is she doing?" And I just always have really loved it, and watching TV, not just for the heck of it, but oh God, I want to be doing that one day. Like I want to be on that screen. So my parents were like, okay, well, she needs to be in some extracurricular activity. So how about we try out theater? Because they had put me in everything, T-ball, piano, everything you can think of. And it wasn't it for me. Like it wasn't what I really wanted to do. And they were like, okay, well, how about we try theater? So they enrolled me in a local theater school, and I was just doing so well in it, getting all the lead roles in the plays, and my teachers and principals were raving about me, and I was just enjoying it so much. So I remember the head of the theater school, she came to me one day, and my mom, and she was like, yeah, so there's this movie that they're shooting out in Waxahachie, Texas, and they're looking for extras, and I was wondering if Mallian would want to be a part of it. And my mom was like, yeah, she would love that. So we go on set. It's a 14-hour day. It's extremely cold in the morning, extremely hot in the afternoon, and I'm just loving every second of it. Like this, I was in my element. And my mom was like, she wasn't complaining. She wasn't, telling me she wanted to go home. She was just loving every second of it. And then I got home after set was over, and I was on the phone with my dad, and I was just like, I loved it. I had the greatest day of my life. And they were like, okay, she's really serious about this. So they were like, I think we should take this to the next level and let's try to move out to the LA market and see how that goes. So we moved out to LA. It was definitely a big stretch, separating our family, but we did it, because my parents knew like this is what she really wants to do and we're willing to do it for her.
Okay.
So
So mom,
we
tell
right
me,
there.
tell me, like, what do you feel like? What made you actually want to relocate the entire family? Because a lot of, like, I personally feel like this is what stops a lot of child actresses and actors from going to the next level is the family is not fully on board as this could be a career. So what made you actually, be able to do that? Like what clicked for you?
Well, I'm going to tell you. So, just to kind of loop back to some of the things she shared at rapid rate, my husband and I recognized that there was something a little different about her when she was about 2 years old in terms of just how she engaged her environment. She was very articulate, very inquisitive. And so she's attending a Montessori school at that time, and they were encouraging independent thinking. So she was coming home with something new every day. We loved it. So she started coming home and she'd rip off her uniform and she'd go stand right in front of the fireplace and she was, as she said, acting out scenes. And so I watched her do that for about 2 weeks. And I always tell this story, watched her do it for about 2 weeks. And I finally asked her, I said, what are you doing? And she said, oh, I'm on TV. And I didn't think much of it at that time because she was 2 years old. She was a little, rambunctious and, she was her own person. So I knew she was not right for television at that time. But we just watched her and allowed her to naturally and organically decide or gravitate to what she wanted to do. We have an older son, Miles, who attends college at Howard University. We allowed him to do the same thing. So we went there on a full scholarship, football scholarship. So that's what we believed in doing with our children, just allowing them to organically decide and then getting behind them and supporting them. So that was when she was very young. So we tried, as she said, all of these other things, extracurricular activities. But, at the same time, she was honing so many different skills. Little did we know all of that would come in handy when she hit 9 years old. And then we decided, okay, we've tried everything else. Do you want to try theater? And it was just kind of like things took off from there. So she performed in stage plays to start, which is, was really, really great for her. Then she found herself, as she said, on her first movie. After the first movie, we thought, okay, my husband and I, let's take a look at getting her with an agent. So we worked with an agent in the Dallas market. We took our time, we paced ourselves, but things did move very swiftly because, immediately after we immersed her into that LA market, she started to get traction. So, she was going out for Disney shows that were coming out and getting callbacks and getting producer sessions and all of those things right away. So I would say probably 6 months after we had gotten into the whole LA market and learned about our agents and started to build some relationships, we said, you know what, the going back and forth, because at the time, we were going in for auditions. The Zoom sessions were not a thing at that time.
Right.
And so I said, well, you know what, let's just take a little apartment and see how it goes. So my husband and our son stayed behind. Our little one and myself, we moved out to LA, Los Feliz. And the rest is history. She started to book, kind of built her resume. She started with, it was kind of slow and steady, but progressive. Student films to start and a little show here and a little commercial there, so on and so forth. And so we just kind of immersed, as I said before, immersed ourselves in the market, started to build our network, worked with some amazing people who just kind of taught us the ropes. And the rest is history. It took her, her goal, she told me, and you'll appreciate this. One of her goals when she first started working was to book the show Blackish. And 5 years into her career, she got that call that she booked that show.
Oh, wow.
And I'm thankful. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it
and
is.
I'm so thankful that it happened when it did because they're in their final season.
Yeah. So, Mally.
And that actually happened December of yeah.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. All right. So I know this is gonna be a little hard because I'm doing both of y'all, but at the same time, I'm gonna interrupt y'all. So just forgive me. Okay.
Cool. That's cool.
So Mally, how many stage plays did you do before you actually decided to go for a movie?
Oh, I did about 3 stage plays. It was The Gingerbread Girl, a musical. It was a musical, which was a big one because we had to sing and dance as well. And there was one more, and I was just getting the lead roles in every single one of them.
Oh wow.
And they were in every single one of them. I was just like being on that stage. That was where I wanted to be.
It was obvious.
I was just loving it up there and loving, just being an actress and doing what I've always wanted to do and what I really love. So that's where I started before, I got into the real entertainment industry / LA market.
Okay. And how many auditions did you go into before you actually landed your first television or movie role?
Now that I cannot tell you, because as an actress, you are going to go out for so many auditions, and there's going to be so many roles out there that fit your description that you're going to be going out for so many of them. So I don't even think I can put a number on it. But
Well, let me remind you. So when we first moved to LA, which was shortly after her career launched,
How old was she?
she was just barely 10 years old. She's 15 now.
Okay.
So it was actually 5 years, not 6. So shortly after we arrived, within the first 4 weeks, she booked her first show, and it was
Oh wow.
kind of a Food Network project called Kids with Candy. And she just had an opportunity to authentically be herself. And she was tasting all of these different types of candy and giving her reviews and commentary about them, but in a very hilarious and animated way. And so that was a really huge win, being that she just moved there, and within 4 weeks she booked her first role.
Okay, so Mally, how did you feel about leaving basically your home and your friends and your that comfort zone and going to LA? Like what was your feelings and thoughts?
So I remember the night before I was due to leave for LA. I remember barely being able to sleep because I was so excited to go. And my mom, she was like, "Look, you're gonna miss your brother and you're gonna miss your dad," which was totally true. But knowing that I would be going out to LA to chase my dreams and thinking about all the wonderful opportunities that I would be faced with, I was just so excited and so driven.
You was like, forget them. I'm out. I'm about to be rich and famous. Peace.
Yeah. So I was so excited, and I feel like my excitement, was kind of also motivation for my mom, because it's kind of hard to leave your home and leave the people that you love.
Hard. It's extremely hard. Oh my God! Like it's literally terrifying to some people.
Oh yeah. But I was just so ready for this and ready for whatever came my way. I think my mom was like, all right.
And that's what, and to your point, it was very challenging. But we've always been a family who believes in going for what we want and not making any excuses, and just supporting, number one, our kids and each other. So when that decision came, obviously there was a family meeting, it was a collective decision, and it was particularly challenging for me, I recall, because at that time, our son, my husband's and my son, was a junior in high school going into his senior year. And I thought, son, if you say you need your mama home, we will stay behind and we can figure out another way to do this. And he assured me that he and his dad would be fine and that sister and I should go. And so they were, had my guys not been as supportive as they were, I don't know that I could have done it.
Right. Because that's a huge step.
Huge.
I can imagine everybody needs to be on board in order for that to be successful,
Right.
Okay. So you're in LA right now.
Yes.
Now when you first get to LA, are you enrolling her in school, and what part of LA are you guys in?
So we were in Los Angeles County, very near Glendale, starting out. Burbank, that area, and she was attending school online, so she had a lot of flexibility.
Okay.
Obviously rigorous curriculum, but we are creatures of habit, and we really run a tight schedule. So there was time to get her schoolwork done, but also we spent a lot of time learning the acting coaches and just kind of learning the flow that other parents have followed when they brought their children out into that market. It can be quite a daunting experience and a little intimidating. But I don't think that I ever led with that mindset. It was kind of like, I'm here for a mission. Let's figure out what we need to figure out and take it from there. Now, I will point out one person who was hugely instrumental in us, getting out there, getting our footing and figuring it out, and that's Sonia Norwood. She was absolutely amazing.
And who is that?
Sonia Norwood is Brandy and Ray J's mom.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, he's been a manager and just a force in the entertainment industry for a very long time.
She is actually.
And we're from the same hometown, and she just kind of took us under her wing and helped us learn the ropes and kind of swim with whatever we were going to be dealing with.
Now, how did you guys meet her?
We're from the same hometown, and our families have close ties, and so that was the origin of our meeting.
Now, was she interested in managing her, or no? Or you guys were just kind of kicking it as friends?
We brought her on as our entertainment consultant, so I don't know that she was doing a lot with bringing on new clients at that time, but I think more than not, she was probably grooming me to be prepared to manage her, or I'd be able to identify the best manager for her.
Yeah. She's a great example. I mean, managing Ray J and Brandy, that's a big help right there to actually be able to, pick her brain and really kind of understand the ins and outs,
Priceless.
Yeah.
Priceless. There's no price tag you could put on the knowledge she shared with me.
Okay.
And still does.
Okay, so Mally, tell me, now that you're in LA, right? I'm sure that you've been on numerous auditions. You've done a bunch of different things, but tell me, like, what are some of the things that, some of the jobs, gigs, opportunities that you actually enjoy doing? As far as, like, I don't know about commercials, if you've been in commercials or any other type of acting opportunities that you really say, this was fun. I'm glad I had a chance to do that.
Well, with as passionate as I am about acting, I thoroughly enjoy every project that I do because, that's my element. That's what I want to be doing. There's nothing else in this world that I'm as passionate about as acting. So every set I go on, I just have the time of my life and I don't want to leave. So I'd have to say every single one. But the one that I had the most fun with, aside from Blackish, of course, was the movie that I just recently did that comes out in 6 or 7 days.
17th of this month.
Yeah, Mistletoe in Montana. I had so much fun filming that one, and I just had so many great experiences with it because, we had a scene where we got to do a square dance and we got to ride horses and we got to have a horse and carriage ride and
a parade, a wedding,
yeah. CGI, everything. I just had the best time and I enjoyed every second of it. And also making memories with great people and meeting new friends on set. Everything about it was just, it was such a beautiful experience that I will never ever forget. I still look through the pictures to this day.
It was quite a wonderful experience. And that particular production is produced by Paula Hart, Melissa Joan Hart's mom, and I think Melissa Joan Hart is an executive producer on that show. Melissa is you probably know her from Sabrina the Teenage Witch. And what's really interesting about that project, I'll never forget it either. We shot that in Montana, and we were there for almost 5 weeks. Yeah, kind of roughing it in the wild. It was.
I can imagine.
Really interesting, but certainly I think one of the top experiences of her career, and just memories were created that will keep a lifetime.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask each of you. Now that you're in LA, well, first of all, is the whole family there now, or y'all still kind of like?
Well, actually, we're back in Dallas.
Oh, okay.
Our my home base is in Dallas, and so we are here at home, and the whole crew is here.
Okay.
We came back. We returned home in March of last year. Obviously, due to COVID, we didn't want to quarantine in our condo in LA. So COVID has been a kind of, I say this, cautiously, but it's been a blessing and a curse in the sense that the things that were not the norm before are very much so the norm now. So we do auditions, as a standard via Zoom. And we do many things electronically now and book jobs that way, as opposed to having to go into the casting director's office. And so I think that people are finding that you can be just as efficient and proficient doing things electronically and remotely. So we have really enjoyed not missing a beat in that market, even though we're here in Dallas. Not to mention even access to top acting coaches. Whatever it is she's interested in doing, they're all offering, Zoom courses and courses remotely. It's absolutely phenomenal.
Okay. So Mallie, tell me, what about Blackish made you really, really want to book them in particular?
Okay, so Blackish has always been one of my favorite shows, and I feel like the main reason that I wanted to be on it was because, it was an all-black cast, with strong leads, mainly strong female leads that I just looked up to and aspired to be like. And I mainly was just fixated on Marsai Martin because I was like, she's just like me, you know what I mean? We had so many similarities, me and her character, and I was just like, wow, I really think this girl is so awesome, and I just wanted to work with her so badly. So I was like, you know what? One day I'm going to get on this show. But I love this show too much not to be on it one day. And then when I got the call 5 years later that, I was going to be on the show, it was kind of like a full circle moment. And it was so surreal, and it was just incredible.
Well, I can tell you about that audition. She went out for the role of Ashley, which is Jack's girlfriend on the show. We always get a feeling after an audition. And when she did that one, I said, "You're going to get this one." And she said, "I think so." She said, "I think so." And it was so interesting because we heard nothing. It was crickets. And I think what had happened, I think we got to know that they had decided not to bring that character, introduce that character at the time that they had initially decided to do so. Oh, wow. So, maybe several weeks had passed, and all of a sudden, this character's back. And so she went out for it again, and sure enough, I said, "You're going to get this one." And she said, "I know." And she did. And she did. So not only did she get the one episode, but she was actually called back for recurring. So she ended up doing 2 episodes, which, we're very, very proud of that.
That is what's up. So is there any other type of films or maybe any other television shows that you want to be a part of?
Oh, definitely. More than I can, count. There's this one show on Netflix.
Okay. She loves Netflix, by the way.
I love Netflix, but a show like Stranger Things is one that I definitely because like those shows that everybody loves and thinks is like so iconic and just like takes over the world. I want to be on a show like that or a show like Squid Game. I know you know about Squid Game.
You want to be on Squid Games?
Yeah, Kang Sae-byeok is my favorite character. So definitely a role like hers, a powerful, strong leader role. Definitely.
Okay. All right, that's what's up. I think you can actually do it. Okay, so tell me about okay, so I see a couple things on here. So you have Powers coming up, right?
Yes.
Okay, tell me about Powers. What is this? Who created it? Where did it come from? And when is it going to be premiering?
Okay, so my mom originally came up with the idea, and I remember we were at CVS one day to get our COVID vaccines, and she was like, "Melly, I think I want to film something." And I was just like, "Oh, okay, sure, all right." So we go to one of the rooms.
It's impromptu like that sometime when inspiration starts.
Now, has she filmed something before with you?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, she was like, I gotta film something. So we started playing around with the camera. She had her whole idea mapped out, just like trying different tricks where it looked like I was teleporting and had superpowers and things of that nature. And she edited it all together and was like, I really like this and I think we should do something with this. So we did more and more episodes and we were coming up with scripts and we were just building on it and building on it and building on it up until, the project that it is now. My mom decided to turn it into something more of a grander scale. So she put out casting calls for different characters, hired a whole professional camera crew, editors, second ADs, everything.
Oh wow.
She
Mom,
did
I see you.
Yeah, she got the full production together and we filmed it. It was originally going to be a series, but we decided to cut it all together to make almost like a feature-length film. And it is the project that it is today, and it's so amazing. I'm so proud of it. It premieres December 11th.
This Saturday.
This
Oh, wow.
Saturday, we're going to have it at the Angelica movie theater that we just went to go see, and it's super nice. And it's just going to be a really great event. And I cannot wait for everybody to see like the magic that was put into it and all the hard work and blood, sweat, and tears that went into it.
Oh,
Let me,
that
and
is awesome.
if I could just piggyback on that.
Yeah,
and I
please
just
do.
love in the lead. She's just taking and knocking all of these questions out of the park.
Yeah, she has. She's great,
yeah.
actually.
Thank you. We think so too. So I should mention that I am a screenwriter and a producer, director, executive producer. I'm the owner of Axiom Talent Management and Productions. And that all came to be when we initially moved out to LA, and I was simply managing, her career, her finances, and that sort of thing. And it evolved. And the reason and way that it evolved is I wrote a show for her back in 2017 called Legitimately Mally. I just like to slow down the pace a little and kind of take you on a journey. So Legitimately Mally was written, and I wrote it because at the time she was having a particularly rough, I think, couple of weeks, month. She, had several auditions. She wasn't getting called back. She wasn't booking anything, and she was just quite melancholy about it. And I said, you know what? I'll write you a show. Now that comes from my corporate background. I've got 2 master's degrees. I'm used to taking charge and being a leader and being an alpha.
That's right.
And I believe in creating my own opportunities, not waiting for somebody to tell me it's time to shoot.
Amen.
Okay, you get it. So I sat down and started to work through the characters with her because she's quite brilliant and creative. And so we started working through the characters. And what was really easy about that part, the brainstorming, conceptualizing, and creating part of that show, is I had started playing improv games with her when she was about 5 years old, because I liked for her to think on her feet and to be able to just be in the moment and answer very quickly. And so we created several characters when she was 5. So as we move forward with building out the Legitimately Mally pilot episode, we just introduced some characters that we had been playing with for years. So it was a seamless transition for me. So about 7 to 10 days after I'd started that project, I had finished the screenplay, read it several times, realized it was good. Her career started to pick up steam again. So we didn't need Legitimately Mally, so I shelved it. And so it was so funny because fast forward a year later, October of 2018, we had not touched the show. I kind of put it out of my mind. And we were at dinner one night, my husband, our daughter, and just the 3 of us. And she said to me, Mom, whatever happened with that show, Legitimately Mally? You said you were going to do it for me. And I said, I know. I said, I didn't forget. She said, well, it sounds like you gave up on it. And I said, I did not. So those words just resonated with me, coming from my little daughter who sees her mother in such a way. And who, she doesn't have to go looking without for role models, because she has a mom who is, doing what she needs to do.
She got super mom right there, of course.
We take care of business, right?
Yeah.
All of us moms who take care of business. And so I went home that night straightway, and I pulled that script out, and I put a casting call out that night. And I had that project booked in no time flat. I had people come into audition from California, from New Orleans, from Atlanta, from all over the place. in February of 2019, I hired, I hired a production crew, brought everybody on, and we filmed that show, the
I know that's
pilot,
right.
pilot episode, and we were using it as a proof of concept 2019. And we started with the film festivals and brought some different people on deck. One of the people who was really impressed by it, I'll go ahead and mention because he's a good friend of mine. I don't think he'd mind, but it's Bill Duke, veteran actor Bill Duke, and he was just very, very helpful in trying to, bring some attention to the production. So COVID happened, at the end of 2019, so we had to put that on ice, and we had a beautiful product. So I moved forward to do some other things, and her career was again picking up steam, and we thought, okay, September of 2020 came last year, and my literary manager said to me, Mahalia, legitimately, Mahalia is too great a project or production for us to not do anything with it, but due to COVID, how about we do a podcast series? So we brought that production back to life because we really wanted people to see the magic that is in that show. And I don't know if you had an opportunity to review it, but it's about a nuclear Black family who I think a lot of people can relate to. But it's really the lead of the show is Mally and her two best friends, and they just kind of get into all kinds of mischief and live life as teens and tweens do, and explore their environment and find themselves in little debacles all the time. But they are faced with a dilemma, and they are faced with having to make a decision, and ultimately they always make the right decision. But a strong male, father in the household, the mother's a physician, the grandmother is a holy roller in the church that everybody knows, somebody's auntie or grandma. There's a
True
wonky
that.
teacher in school. So there's a lot of dynamics in that show, and it's culturally diverse. And I'd like to say that in that show, we had something for everyone. So when we moved forward with the podcast series, we created 11 full episodes, 30-minute episodes.
Oh, wow.
And that show is available. It's streaming everywhere. It's Apple, Spotify, Pandora, you name it. Key in Legitimately Mally, you'll find it. We encourage you to take a listen to it. We do want to promote and raise awareness to that show because it's absolutely phenomenal. So we did that one, and I said, you know what, I'm going to take a break. 11 episodes, one full episode per week over an 11-week period kind of wipes you out, right? Especially when you're working lean. So I took a break for about 3 months, and I just, how when I'm going to say God, but you can say the universe or whatever you want to say. I'm going to say I just had this feeling that I needed to film something today because I'd been fighting the feeling. I was like, oh God, I'm so tired. I don't want to do anything right now. Let me just take a little, let this break last a little longer. And so on the day that she referenced, we were on our way to CBS, and I had been conceptualizing this new show in my mind. And so I just had an inkling to just shoot anything. And that's where I said to her, okay, I'm going to pull out my camera and we're going to shoot something. Gave her the notes. She always executes beautifully. And so we created a little web series, 3 episodes, super cute. I shared it with a friend of mine in LA who's in the business, entertainment industry. He said to me on the distribution side, he said, you've got something special here. Do you think we could do a proof of concept and, turn it into a movie? I said, say no more. And so I got to writing. I paired up with best-selling novelist Brian W. Smith. He is the author of, I think, 36 best-selling novels. He and I started working together back in 2018 when I was bringing Legitimately Mally to market. And I said, hey, we've got somebody who wants to see a proof of concept. Are you available to help write this show? And he jumped right on board. And, I think it took us about 3 months to get the project done front to finish. And before you knew it, we had a final product. We finished it up last month around Thanksgiving. And as my daughter said, we are going to be launching it or airing it at a private screening this Saturday here in Dallas. And so we've invited quite a few people from the industry, a lot of beautiful people. And what I do love about the project also, I should mention this, is, I feel that Dallas has a lot of untapped talent. And so now, considering I've been back here in my home for a while, I wanted to create some opportunities for our local talent and you kind of present them on a grander scale. and do something a little different from what I had been seeing. So this is primarily Dallas-based talent pool. I think I had one person come in from Atlanta to work with me and one person from New Orleans, but we were really, really proud of what came of this one.
That is awesome. Okay, so we're going to wrap up a little bit, but I just want to tell you guys, like, first and foremost, you guys are an inspiration.
Thank you.
Particularly to the African American community, because it is a true living testament of what you can do when you believe in each other, you work together, and you're not competing for who's going to be the star, who's not going to be the star. You know what I'm saying? This is a collaborative team that I'm observing. I know that you guys might have your ins and outs behind the scenes, but I like the way you guys are collectively coming together and really building upon Mally's career. And it's such a beautiful thing to hear a story where the family comes together and pushes someone towards their dreams. You know what I'm saying? But Mally, I'm gonna pose this last question to you, okay? But Mally, I want you to tell all the aspiring young actresses and actors, what are some words of advice that you can give them if they're brand new, just starting out, never done anything, but they want to be where you're at right now?
I would say if you know deep in your heart that this is truly what you want to do and what you're truly passionate about, go for it. Follow your dreams, follow your heart, keep your head up no matter what gets in your way, and stay motivated and always keep a positive mindset. And know, like, deep in your heart, like, and claim it in your mind that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And if I keep on going, it's going to happen one day, no matter what.
That is awesome. Okay. And Mahalia, if you could tell us what is the contact information if somebody wants to book Mally or book the production company or even get some management or, a movie deal, you know what I'm saying? How can they reach out to you guys?
You check my website. Okay, so just go to www.atmprod. That's Axiom Talent Management Productions.com. atmprod.com. We're both available, or we have a presence on Instagram. I'm Mahalia Jackson Butler on Instagram. She's simply Mallian Butler on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Inbox me, as well as, most people, that if you reach out to me, I'm very likely to respond. So yes, if you're, in the industry and, want some consulting services, you're interested in getting your kid in the industry, or even if you're an adult and you're new to the business and you want some guidance, I'd absolutely love to work with you and help you get moving in the right direction. We also assist in creating indie film productions as well.
All right. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mallian and Mahalia Butler, Axiom Productions. I know I'm not saying it all right. Axiom Talent Management
and Productions.
And Productions. All right. First of all, I just want to say thank you for appearing on the ShortyRocNYC show. You guys are amazing. I definitely hope and know that you guys are going to be huge in the industry, you know what I'm saying? And I just wish you nothing but the best, and God bless you both. All right.
Thank you so much.
Have a good one.
All right. Thank you very much, guys.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Shorty, give me one more chance. Shorty, rock, give me one more chance. Shorty, give me one more chance. Shorty, rock, give me one more chance. Shorty, give me one more chance. Shorty, rock, give me one more chance.
Like that.
Shorty, give me one more chance. Shorty, rock, give me one more chance.
It's your boy Shorty Rock.
Shorty, give me one more chance. Shorty, rock, give me one more chance. Shorty, give me one more chance. Shorty, rock, give me one more chance.
First things first, Shorty Rock.